Guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the Water channel. Today we're playing Breaking Point Chapter 7.
Dad!
Devon,
How's business?
same as ever, hiring and firing. How's racing?
Oh, you know, ducking and driving.
You all prepared?
Of course, I've double-checked the strategy changes. I'm just going over my notes now. Everything's covered, just like always. They won't see me for dust.
Spoken like a true butler. Just remember, we've got a lot on the line this season.
Yeah, I know.
Dev, I'm serious. You're carrying this team, don't forget that.
Yeah, well, you keep signing these second-rate drivers. I can't do all the work.
Just remember where we'd be. Where you'd be if this were all to go belly up.
Just trust me, Dad. You've got nothing to worry about.
Devon, I mean it. If you don't bring your A game, it's back to the bottom of the pile. Do you really want that?
No. No, I don't.
Just keep it in mind. Now go out there and show me what you can do.
Already on it. I'll get you those points, Dad.
Good boy. Speak later.
I mean, with the way Mr. Butler speaks, you want to see some performance from Devon, and the way Devon reacts and the way the call is going. And I think Devon is that all focus, but you never know with Devon. So, trackside chats, Casper Ackerman, he's back and he's now in the team principal role. The look ahead, the time again already after 103 days, we're back in the first race of the season. And it is Bahrain again. So yeah, say hello, say goodbye to Vettel and Danny Ricciardo, and say hello to Oscar Piastri and Lewis Sargent, for instance. Yeah, so Gus Recommend comes from a driver to a team principal at Corner Motorsports. At the social media tab, there's nothing really much to see, just some pre-season speculations and the way people think about Devon and Corner Sports in general, and they're mostly nice, but here and there some not so kind messages, but yeah, listen to every driver. Let's head to the Bahrain Grand Prix, race day, Chapter 7. With the confidence high, Devon Butler looks to set to start the season strong at Bahrain Grand Prix.
There was a race against time in 2004 to get Sakir ready for its Grand Prix debut. But today, the only race is where it matters. Right on track. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best, of course, at turn 1, and then another soon after into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into that tight left-hander of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Jackson, Gasly, Tsunoda, Butler, Bottas, Sargent, Joe, Magnussen, De Vries, Magnussen. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. 2023 Bahrain. We're about to get going and I hope you've enjoyed the build-up just as much as we have. The teams are ready on the grid, they're ready in the garages too, but in the commentary box alongside me, are you ready, Ant?
Of course I'm ready, Crofty. New season, new challenges for all of them out there, drivers and teams. I love this part of the year, Crofty. This is where it really kicks off and you get to showcase all that hard work you've done through the winter months. Does it pay off?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? What does the 2023 season have in store for us? We're about to find out.
So the primary objective is finish in the top 5. So we're starting at P6, Jackson at P13, and we're seeing finish in top 3 and get the fastest lap. Alright. So it gives us the idea that the car is competitive. So I got a bit of a wheel spin and breaking rear end loose, but at the end of the day I got quite a great traction out of the start. So I'm heading into turn 1, keeping it clean, passing Piastri and Albon, and they're getting back to me, but at the end I'm still in front of them and I'm in P11. Still getting attacked from Piastri from the right, heading into the next corner, blocking the entrance and going ahead to Stroll, who's 8 tenths ahead of me. So heading to the second sector, this downhill braking is a bit tricky for me still. Sometimes I'm blocking up and running a bit wide, but today I've practiced it, so I kind of don't do that anymore, or at least I'm not trying to. The turn 10 is a bit tricky still because of the locking up on the curb, but I get a great traction out of the corner, getting a bit close to our Stroll and try to send it. I'm going side by side and I keep the position, so that's up to P10 already. Up ahead is Norris and Perez, who is 3.2 seconds up ahead. So we can close the gap easily with the pace we have right now. So we're already 7 tenths now, 6 tenths back to Norris. And with the use of a bit of ERS, we close the gap a bit more. And the braking, so we close it more and more and more. So the car is great on the brakes, which help us to close the gap to the other people. With the use of ERS, I go around the outside of Norris, heading into the first corner. Ocon is up ahead, so I had to brake a bit early and turn a bit wide, which gives Norris the chance to attack me again. Gaining the position back to him, and with the use of better traction, I gain nothing yet. We're going side by side, braking later on him, and now confirming the position up in P9 now. So up ahead is Ocon with 1 second ahead of us in P8. And if you see Perez, he's now 2.3 seconds up front. So he's getting a bit held up by, I think, Sainz or Leclerc. So into corner 10, braking again later on the rest, gives me better traction out of the corner, and with that, using a bit of ERS, going side by side with Ocon and gaining the position. We're now on P8, so Hamilton up front with 1 second on the softs, so I think these are all the medium runners I've passed and now the soft runners. So fast forward to lap 3, it is Alonso now on P5, 6 with Sainz and Hamilton. I go down the inside, bit of a touch, but I wasn't neutral, so Hamilton gets the position back, but somehow I got a better traction out of it, and I thought to go down the inside, but it was not the weighted idea, so I waited a bit. With the use of DRS and ERS, yeah, with ERS I pass Hamilton on the DRS straight, tucking back in behind Alonso and charging to him, now on P7. So it is indeed Sainz who's now P5, and I think Perez is now in P4 or 3, so I'm not quite sure on this. So I'm closer to Alonso with a bit of use of ERS. I'm gonna try to take the position before the start finish straight, which was not the smartest move because they will get DRS off me. Always take and gain the position, and now we are on P6. Fast forward to lap 4 and turn 10, but before that nothing happened besides that I turned on the purple sector. But with the use of DRS and ERS we pass Sainz, which is quite powerful in this game. The use of ERS or the use of DRS, it gives you really the power to just pass someone. To lap 5, at the beginning of lap 5, Perez is now on 4th and Russell is on P3. So with that, I'm going to the first DRS zone, a bit of an oversteer moment, but still catch the car, using DRS to close the gap, try to brake later than him, bit of a touch. The AI is really braking a bit earlier than I thought, So here and there I'm just touching them on the back or on the side. But on to lap 6, I'm still behind Russell, bit of oversteer moment again. Heading to the last straight before the start finish. And with Alonso, I'm trying to do the same move to take the position before the corner of heading into the corner. Russell's defending nicely, bit later on him, and having the position. Now Leclerc's up front, who's going into the pits on lap 6, which gives me the time to charge to Verstappen on the end of lap 7. But with that, Verstappen is also going into the pits, which gives me the time to start a fast lap to get into pits for myself, get some softs. So nothing really much happened in lap 7 of lap 8, so at the end of lap 8 I'm going to pit. Now Russell is on P2, Perez on P3 and Hamilton P4. Russell hasn't pitted yet, so we should stop the next lap, the oncoming lap in lap 9. And so does Perez and Hamilton, they are already pitting with me. So the only one who will be on my target now is Verstappen, so I'm collectively now P2 in the race. So Verstappen is coming into turn 1 and I have the position and keeping the position. Tires are still a bit cold, so I'm quite safe with the way I'm driving right now, because I'm not sure if the grip is there already. So I'm going a bit wide, which gives Verstappen the chance to pass me. And from here on, it is straight up battle till the finish. So Verstappen is gaining a bit of time on me. I got a better tire, so I'm braking later than him, closing the gap again and heading into turn 10. I brake way later than him. Again, with the tire advantage, I could just close the gap, use ERS and DRS to try to pass them. Going side by side, heading into the corner, braking late, but turning a bit wide, overshooting the braking zone, and Verstappen is going to the inside from me and in P2 again. So I tried the same move again, heading into the inside and keeping the position, using ERS to break loose of him, which gives me the ability to get a bit of a breathing room. Now Russell's in the pits at the end of lap 9, so we're heading to lap 10. And Verstappen has ERS and DRS on me, and you can see the time is closing from 1.5 tenths to boom, he's now P1 again. So I need to brake turn 1, braking nicely, traction is great, using DRS to get close to him, but the Red Bull is just better than my car, so it just me who was trying to pass him. So I'm right up his gearbox, trying to see why I can pass him. I was thinking about going down the inside here, but he would close the door on me and we would crash probably, so braking late again, going a bit wide, try to avoid him. Better traction out of the corner, heading to turn 10. Going a bit wide, but it helps me to turn nicely, which gives me better traction out of the corner and gives me, with the use of DRS, again a chance to pass Verstappen on the straight. Now we're going side by side, going wide again. He goes down the inside again of me. With that, he's still P1 in lap 10. So now it's just chasing from me to him. So I try to get close without using a bit of ERS. Try to save as much ERS as I can to do it on the straight, start finish straight. So now the gap is 2 tenths. Now using ERS and DRS, and I'm going to the outside for the racing line, so I can brake better than him, heading into the first corner. I missed the apex for the first one, but I hit the second one, which doesn't do a lot because Verstappen is still behind me. but now the gap is growing bigger and bigger. Nothing much happens in lap 11. So on the last lap, I'm heading into... Yeah, I'm already in the last lap. And Verstappen is still 3 tenths behind me. And now I'm stressing a bit because if it's going like this, I will have my first race won with corner spots of a different Butler, I think. So I'm locking up a bit, but hitting the apex still. And gaining some time on Verstappen, which is now around 5 tenths. Heading into turn 10, going a bit wide. Gives Verstappen, I think, a chance, yeah, it's under 3 tenths almost, to attack me. I brake a bit late, turning nicely. Verstappen has some bad traction because the time is getting lower and lower, even though I have a green sector, missing the apex. And Verstappen is now 2.5 tenths behind me, using ERS probably, and we're going side by side into the final corner. I brake late, going a bit wider than normal to secure the place, heading to the start finish in P1, and you can see I'm happy, and we win with corner spots for the first time ever.
Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the midfield. So where do we start, Ant?
Well, I think we have to look at Connor Sport. For me, they've been the biggest surprise so far, and Butler, he's doing fantastically well.
Thing is, though, they've got to sustain that over the course of the whole season, and that is easier said than done. Certainly one Casper Ackermann will be hoping that this season is better than his last. Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now.
So yeah, the end podium was Butler, Verstappen and Russell. Russell was nowhere to be found, to be fair. It's just me and Verstappen.
What a start to the season, Devon. You must be happy with that performance.
So the season I get to drive a car that works, and I smashed it. It just comes so natural to me. I've got to secure my reputation as one of the all-time greats.
Yeah,
I mean,
putting a
that's
real
definite
shift out
stuff.
there today, Natalie, and pleased to see it pay off, absolutely. Look, I have to secure my reputation as one of the all-time greats, Natalie. You know, every race counts. I've got no time to lose.
Well, you've had your share of run-ins in the past with teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
Aiden is too serious, you can't have fun with him. I think you could be good friends, but he ignores me. And the last one is, he got an attitude problem. I would say the lower one.
You know, I'm pretty sure he's trying to ignore me these days. And it's a shame, because I honestly think we could be good mates. But, I don't know. The way Aiden acts seems as though he's not really interested in my friendship. His loss, though, Natalie, his loss.
Well, Connor Sport surprised everyone by appointing Casper Ackermann as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
I'm really thankful to have me. Having Casper back is comforting, and his old pair of shoes. The past is the past, and I wanted a more fiercely passionate character for team principal.
Yeah, I'm not sure Casper ever actually warmed to me, but you know what? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. And maybe he'll apologize to me, finally, for giving me such a hard time in the past, and we can start afresh. We'll see.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look like for you in 2023?
Making Casper laugh, impressing Davidov, or making Connor Sports the best team we can be. I mean, obviously, Connor Sports. His
I'm
priority.
making it my personal mission to make a success of Connor Sport, and by the end of the season, you're all going to be saying what a wonderful team we are and how great a season we've had. And if you're doing that, then I'll consider it a job well done.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So there he goes, Devin Butler, a Grand Prix winner. Post-race, Devin starts the season fantastic form with an impressive result for Connor Sports at Sakir.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season. A fresh start for the team. What do you say?
Oh, Jackson. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Bin's over there. Yeah. Nice one.
How about the season just gone?
The 2023 season was completely different for Connor Sport.
How so?
But the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
So, something happens to him. Alright. So he was also out of focus when when Aiden talked to him. But alright, something happens. But anyways, that was chapter 7 of the Breaking Point 2. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe and see the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.